Hi everyone, I'm your host Olivia Mancino. It's often said that necessity is the mother of invention. Matt Stock, the owner and president of BBB accredited business US Waterproofing, knows this all too well, and he's helped launch a new business that's going to help other businesses in Chicagoland reopen safely after the pandemic. Check it out on today's episode of Get to Know a Better Business. Welcome and thanks so much for joining us. We're really happy to have you.
Thank you for having me today, Olivia. How you doing?
Good. So I want to start off by talking about what US waterproofing is for those who don't know or haven't seen your millions of billboards around the Chicagoland area.
Well, I don't know if we have millions of billboards, but we certainly have dozens. It's about 63 years now. It's a third generation family-owned company. I'm fortunate to be the third generation. We service the Chicagoland area, and what we specifically do is solve basement waterproofing issues and also deal with structural foundation repair issues and a host of other things that relate to problems with a home or a property below ground.
So you were deemed an essential business from the start, right?
That is correct. It's because we deal with the maintenance, safety, and health of a building.
So what is that like, having that responsibility placed on you during these crazy times?
It's a huge responsibility, and we recognize that right from the get-go. Not only were we doing the basic stuff that everybody was doing, such as social distancing and washing and sanitizing your hands, but we've gone to great lengths above and beyond what you're hearing traditionally, and I'm certainly happy to share that with you.
Yeah, I was kind of leading up to it, but we saw the big news the other day. It's US Remediation, right? That's the new business. Talk to me about that.
Correct.
That's great.
We've always dealt with health and safety of buildings, and we realized being an essential business and a busy one at that, as we moved into the spring rains, that we had to take care of our employees and customers. Health and safety has always been our top priority. So it was a natural extension for us, because we've been doing it ourselves for the last few months, sanitizing our trucks, our offices, disinfecting surfaces, and we knew a lot, and we just took our know-how and extended it further.
So US Remediation, was it in the works before the pandemic, or was it born because of the pandemic?
It's a good question. It was born because of the pandemic.
Wow.
Truthfully, I would have preferred not to start that business and have this coronavirus go away. But we saw there a need to not only disinfect and maintain the health and safety of our own employees and customers, that we felt I don't know if necessarily call it an obligation, but the ability to use our educational process and our know-how and show others how to help them as well.
So what is US Remediation? I know it like you said, it deals with sanitizing, but kind of walk us through what it is.
Sure. So US Remediation is a commercial disinfection company. And you sometimes hear the words disinfection, sanitation used interchangeably, but sometimes people confuse sanitation with garbage. So it can be a challenging term. And sometimes people get confused with waterproofing. Really, waterproofing relates to below ground. But if you think about it, roofing is above ground waterproofing.
Right.
But whether you want to call it disinfection or sanitation or sanitizing, it deals with all the things that we're hearing about. Obviously the virus, as well as other pathogens and bacteria, et cetera. But really, there's different levels of dealing with those types of issues, where cleaning is the basic thing you do. Sanitation, or others refer to sanitizing, is the next level, where you're getting rid of or killing more germs and viruses and pathogens. But at the highest level, what you're achieving is disinfection, and that could be achieved with certain services, just not all of them.
So if someone were to hire US Remediation, let's say a gym, because I'm particularly interested in that, how often would US Remediation need to come out to do the whole process? Like, what is the lasting and staying power of the sanitization?
That's a good question. What most are doing is they're looking at coming up with a custom plan to reopen because the gyms out there, the fitness clubs, the yoga centers all know that in order to bring people back like yourself, they want to know that they're going into a sanitized or hopefully disinfected space. So usually you start with doing that before the reopening, which we all look forward to. And then from there, you got to put together a customized plan. There's different product claims out there that claim it could last for longer as far as what they're spraying or doing. But what we've basically seen is we could, to the best of our abilities, could sanitize and in many cases disinfect the hard surfaces, the high touch areas. But obviously we can't create a shield if someone sneezes between two people that are working out. That we have to put it in the hands of the fitness clubs as far as how they keep them distance. But some are looking at doing a program from daily to weekly to monthly, and it's really going to be driven by the peace of mind of the stakeholders, their customers, their employees, and ultimately their budget and how they interface with their cleaning crews.
What about being part of the BBB? You guys have been part of the BBB for a long time. The sign of a better business is our slogan. What does that mean to you?
What it means to us is really it showcases not just the few complaints you get, which anyone who's been in business long enough is going to get a few of those, but it gives us the opportunity to show how we correct those mistakes, but also show the public all the good work that we do. And we've done a lot of studies out there, and we found that the Better Business Bureau is actually the top resource. Steve did not pay me to say that. It is the top resources that building owners and homeowners go to for resources for referrals and to look up the profile of a business.
Absolutely. We have the request a quote feature that people can get quotes basically in an instant, and our directory is where people find services where they can actually trust and those workers coming into their home. So that's a very important thing.
I really like the even-handedness of the Better Business Bureau, and that's probably one of the top reasons, as well as Steve, why we continue to support it.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so happy to have you on and really excited to see what US Remediation can do for our area.
Well, we're excited about it too. We're already doing it now, so we're going to keep getting better and leverage the resources we've had for now 6 decades.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Matt. It was so great talking to you.
Thank you, Olivia.
If you own a business that is not BBB accredited, but you want to learn all the awesome things that we can do for you, visit gettoknowthebbb.org to learn more. Thanks for joining us.